My name is James Williams Jr. Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. And if you've caught the first part of this video, I've probably pissed you off to the highest point of festivity if you are black. Part of me wants to say I'm sorry. Part of me wants to say fuck you. And part of me wants to say let's all get over it. Not gonna happen. And I've already cussed, so there's no need for me to try and take that back because once it's out your mouth, it's out your mouth. As I've said before in the last video, I'm not upset with the girl for empowering herself. I'm not upset with the fact that everybody voiced their opinions. I am upset with the fact that this shit just didn't have to happen. You know, there are some things in the world that just don't have to happen. 9/11. Let's go there. First and foremost, off the fucking back. Let's go there. There are rumors that it was given to us as a warning. That we were warned like days, months, weeks, years before this shit happened. In fact, we were warned into the very nanosecond that the first plane hit the Twin Towers. Apparently, we dropped the fucking ball. And nobody paid attention to the warnings because they forgot all about 1940 something or another, the fucking attack on Pearl Harbor. Yeah, we're not invincible. We're not invulnerable. And sometimes shit happens. We are just as subject to attack as any damn where else. Am I scaring you? Good. Now you know why there's more people that needs to be in the military and why we need more people who are willing to fight. I ain't saying willing to die, but willing to fight. A good fight. Now, if I've pissed you off, you can stop watching because I'm going to continue to piss you off now. Yesterday, the 22nd of March, in Charlottesville, Virginia, there's a big ass debate about the Lee statue, and Robert Lee is on the statue, is the statue, whatever the fuck. It doesn't really concern me directly, but I was getting urns for my father, who will be dead 1 year tomorrow. Not tomorrow as in the 23rd, which is right now, but tomorrow as in the 24th, which is on Thursday, the day before they release the Batman vs. Superman movie. Yay! Isn't that awesome? So getting back to contract and sidestepping from where I was at with the Batman Superman thing, we people, really, we really got to get our shit together. We have to get our shit together and learn to fight over shit that's kind of worth fighting over. I like walking through the Monticello Trail, but due to some legal events and me learning about a certain person that clearly still walks the trail even though I took her there and I can no longer walk the trail because I don't want to go to court for some shit that I didn't do, you know, I feel like a prisoner at my own home. So now I have to find somewhere else to go because I took her to a trail that I love very much, that I filmed at all the time. And a friend of mine, his wife, told me that she's always there. So now I can't go there because I'm afraid that the cops are going to arrest me because she might lie and say I said something. So where does that leave me? Exactly where people are today, arguing over shit that you can't fucking change. Now, like I said, I'm not being pro-black, I'm not being pro-white, and I'm not being pro-Native American. I'm just being a human being who's voicing his fucking opinion, and if you don't like my fucking opinion, stop the tape now. Go away. Come back for the next cool-ass, smart-ass, jackassified thing I have to say. We as people gotta get our shit together. We all bleed red, and granted, you might not like white people. You might not like black people. You might not like Asian people. But what you need to like is the word respect. You need to respect everyone. You need to respect their opinion. You need to respect history. History cannot be changed. If there was a time machine, I'm pretty sure that everybody would probably kill each other to try and go back in time and fix all the shit that has happened. Well, here's the thing. You can't undo time. I'm pretty sure that time travel has some dangerous consequences and repercussions, and I would like not to find out how that shit works. Because, if you don't exist inside of time, then when you change something, you may wind up knocking yourself out of existence by fucking shit up. Now, my great-grandmother, her name was Ada Wallace. She later became Ada Wallace Ford. When I was a child, she didn't really hate people of other ethnicities. However, she did have a Native American temper. And one of the things she told me when she used to tell me stories, because I apparently was the only grandkid that would sit still long enough to listen, is that she always said that if our people, being her people, the Cherokee Indians, were smarter than all tribes in general, would have just swam under the water and drilled holes in the ships. They wouldn't have had gunpowder because the ships would have sunk. It had been a little bit more of a fair fight when everybody's using knives and sticks and rocks instead of guns that can kill you almost instantly, depending on how good that fucking shot is. Now, because wet gunpowder doesn't work. Now, I don't know if guns today can fire underwater, but guns back then could not fire underwater. Plus, you gotta do that damn whack off thing and shove the musket ball in there after you like beat the powder in there or whatever. So in the long run, she may have been right. But if that would have happened, I might not be black. I might not be part white. I might not even fucking been born. And the world might have been a totally different place. There might not have been uh, Robert E. Lee. There might not have been America the way we know it today. And we're not gonna pull a Stargate. We're not gonna pull a Star Trek, and we're not gonna go back through time and try to fix all of this. Because I can almost guarantee you, the only thing that can come from that could be anarchy, chaos, and disorder. And we don't want that. Hell, we're halfway there now. Because everybody wants the world to shape in the way that they think it should go instead of the way that it has gone. In doing so, look at all the controversy that we've caused. Today was just really not a good day. And March for me just isn't going to be a good month until I pass away from this world. But the concept of the whole thing is that, one, Robert E. Lee is a historical figure. Lee Park is his park. Why does Pocahontas and Sacagawea not have a park in Virginia? Or at least in Charlottesville? Well, you can debate that, and we can argue until parks start getting their names changed. But then you fuck them up because Greenleaf Park has always been Greenleaf Park. Forest Hill Park has always been Forest Hill Park. The parks closest to like Walker and Buford School have always been those parks. Washington Park has always been Washington Park. So what, you're gonna change them into historical names to make things appease people? No, we're not gonna do that. Why? Because it devalues the fucking park's original name. You know, and there's plenty of spaces to make more parks and maybe make more trails and maybe put some statues on the trails so that people can have a taste of history and that we all have these nonsense ass debates that are just gonna kill time and drive people crazy because we can't have what we want. All right. So that being said, the debate today went pretty damn far. I mean, there were people telling people to shut up. There were people just like being all out racially. I didn't hear the N word on the news, and I left the funeral home before it got too heated because I was like, I could have stayed and watched it. I had a nephew to go after and take care of, and the things that was going on there over one little person's opinion has caused a big time debate. They'll probably be debating about this shit for another week or two until everybody comes to some kind of fucking compromise to know that it's not gonna be easy. And let's 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 take it to another level. What if everybody decided that in Virginia it's illegal to wear clothes and now we all have to drive around and walk around naked? The only thing you can carry is something to carry your money in. How many people would be against that? Young teenage girls just developing. Oh, you gotta walk naked. Why? Because somebody decided that we're all gonna walk naked, and if you're caught with clothes on, you're going to be arrested. So then what? We all have to walk around naked because one person decided that we should all walk around naked. So now we're all forced to walk around naked. You got cops with their gun belts and their dick sticking out, or their breast sticking out, because there's male and female cops. So they have their gun belts and a necklace badge because somebody decided that we all should walk around naked. Okay, well, if you have a big dick, I'm sure that's going to be happy-go-lucky. And if you have big breasts, I'm sure everyone's going to be like, yeah, that's happy-go-lucky. But then you have to think about the children. And the children have to walk around naked. And the children are going to grow up. And women have special needs where they shouldn't be walking around naked. I'm putting that as politely as possible. So how would you all feel about that if somebody decided, hey, let's make clothes illegal so we all have to walk around naked? Are you gonna deal with that? Are we gonna debate that? No, we're all gonna walk around naked because none of us wants to go to fuck the jail. But everybody in jail has clothes on. So weigh the pros and cons on that. Think about that shit. Like damn, this one guy decided that he thought it would be cool if we all got arrested because we want to wear clothes. Hey, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're wearing clothes, 9 times out of 10, it kind of blocks out BO. Unless you're so stinky that your clothes stink too. Then you gotta have powder or deodorant, and those little deodorant flakes and everything. No, there's a reason why we wear clothes, people, and there's a reason why it's legal to wear clothes. But let's say the tides are turned, and now we can't wear clothes. So what does this have to do with that statue, you're asking? Ah, it has everything to do with that statue. Because it is not illegal for that statue to be there. Insulting, maybe. But, I'm going to put it to you this way. I lived in the projects for a long time. I had to find safe routes home so that I wouldn't get my ass kicked by other kids. Except the problem was, I know Kung Fu. Getting my ass kicked really wasn't an option. Maybe getting jumped might have helped some people or whatever. But most of the time, people didn't bother me because they knew I knew Kung Fu. Now, if you're walking through other neighborhoods that are ghetto-y and you have no choice but to go through there and you can't find a different route, then, learn to fight. That's just my personal opinion on that. It's the same thing with the statue. Okay, you don't like the statue. Find a different route. All of this didn't need to happen, but now that it's happening, I'm sure that I'm going to get all kinds of issues from people. Why are you picking on the black girl? I'm not picking on the black girl. If that's the case, she's picking on the statue. So no, I'm not picking on the black girl. I'm not picking on the professor that I madly respect who told somebody to shut up. He wasn't my professor, but we told he was cool. He's still cool. He might not think I'm cool after this video, and I don't care. He's entitled to his opinion. But like I said, the NAACP, they're not knocking down my door. They might knock down my door now after this video post. In NARF, they're not knocking down my door. So I'm not being anti-black, and I'm not being anti-Native American, I'm not being anti-white. I'm just trying to find a peaceful coexistence that all of us can exist with what's going on with this goddamn statue. No. I, as a kid, excuse me, as a kid, would have picked another route. As a parent, which I am not, but if I was the parent of the young lady, I would have found a way to tell her, look, I like what you're trying to do, but what you're trying to do is going to cause a whole lot of problems. And you should probably think this shit through. No one can see the future. But today is a side of Charlottesville that I thought I would never have to deal with ever again. With race and stuff. I'm the only person I know for sure that does not have the right to be a racist, since I am Native American, black, and white. And the thing about all of this is that it just seems asinine that we're all debating whether the statue has the right to be there or not. I mean, what damn difference does it make? I mean, it's Lee Park. It sounds proper to have a statue of Robert E. Lee in there. Or hell, if you guys really want to be assholes about it, let's remove the Robert E. Lee and put a statue of Bruce Lee. That'll solve that problem right there. You still keep the Lee Park, and you have a Lee in the middle of the park. Maybe Bruce Lee in his tracksuit from the Game of Death, and everybody can be happy, and we can all go and bow and show our respect to the great master of Kung Fu. How would you guys like that? That way, it's not racist. He doesn't support white people. He doesn't support black people. He supports all people. Because Bruce Lee never turned away a student regardless of race, color, or gender. So if you want to play that game, let's put Bruce Lee's statue right smack dead in the middle of Virginia in a place that he's probably never ever been to in his life outside of on TV as Cato. But you guys want to debate about Robert E. Lee in a statue in a park named after him next to a funeral home and a history museum and a library. So, where does the statue hurt people? I mean, I could see if the statue was possessed by his spirit and he was jumping off the damn podium and riding up and down the streets of Charlottesville, shooting and killing white people and black people and putting them all in chains and all the other crap. And that's fine and dandy. Then the statue has to go because it's alive, it's possessed, and it's hurting people. But while it's standing on that podium, doing nothing, so be it. Let me drop a little bit of history. As a guy who played a slave at that same spot across the street in a diagonal, I played Peter Fawcett many, many years ago. They never asked me back, and that's cool because I'm not a theater actor and everything's fine with me on that. You know, first and foremost, everybody got to understand something. If you look at the Confederate nation and you look at the North and South of America, Virginia, unfortunately, was a Confederate state. And I said this in the other video. We need to know our history if we're going to bitch about our history. Yes, Virginia was a Confederate state. The people in Virginia, most of them supported slavery. Some of them didn't, some of them did, and those were hard times for everybody. Nobody probably suffered more than Native Americans, but they're not here bitching about the Robert E. Lee statue. Alright? They did bitch about the Sacagawea statue. Well within their rights. But Sacagawea statue still hasn't been changed. Hasn't been moved. And God only knows if there's any plans to ever make this happen. I have nothing but respect for Dean Turner. Even though he did tell someone to shut up. And that was not cool. Because shut up is unkind. And I'm guilty of telling people to shut up too. And I usually do it out of reflex without thinking. And then I correct myself. And military grammar, shut up is unkind, so you tell them to please be silent or be quiet or hush or heish or whatever black language that we're going to use, ebonically. And, we all live in Virginia. We all got to support each other and get together and be prepared. You guys are worried about a statue. I'm handicapped now. I'm worried about the next goddamn bombing. Fuck the statue. I ain't worried about the fucking statue. It ain't hurting me. I've been to Lee Park maybe 3 times in my lifetime. I've never went over and touched the statue. I've never hugged the statue. I've never kissed the statue. I'm not going to screw the statue. It's a statue. Alright? I seen the Sacagawea statue. I go there all the time when I could walk. And now that I can't walk, if I drive past it, I give her a little salute. I don't really give a frack about Lois and Clark, Clark, or whoever the hell they are, because I know that if you read the book, Sacagawea and her husband helped them get through some shit. And that was like before the Oregon Trail and all that other crap, when they decided they were going to map America. And we're going to go from Virginia to California and try to keep it a straight line. And we're going to try to not get killed by other tribal people. Henceforth, you have Sacagawea and her husband. Okay, so we got that out of my system. Now, this thing that went a little longer than I wanted it to, so, it is what it is. But the thing you guys got to understand, alright, we all live in the same state. It was a Confederate state. And Virginia is a peaceful place. And the slogan says Virginia is for lovers. So how about we live by that slogan and try to love each other and just leave the damn statue. And if y'all can't debate on a peaceful way of that, then have him put Alex Haley statue in the park. Same damn park. Or a Kunta Kinte statue. Shaka Zulu statue. Somebody that enhances the black people to please us in that park of a historical figure. And while we're at it, I got a better idea. I have a great idea. Just hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. Let's go corner to corner. We can put Sacagawea on one side. We can put R.E. Lee on one side. We can put the president of the North American side on one side. And then we can put Kunta Kinte in the corner on one side. Without the chains, though. Have him holding up his baby and stuff like that. or better yet, not even Kunta Kinte. Let's take him off the picture. Let's put Rosa Parks' ass right there in the park. So have all four of them in one corner of Lee Park and solve the goddamn problem. Then you have a white person, you have a black person, you have a Native American person, and you have whoever the hell else you need. And then, in matter of fact, and let's even go further back. Let's throw Bruce Lee in the middle of the park, and then you have one of every ethnicity, and probably have Cortez in there, and that way you'll have every historical person who's ever done something crazy, stupid, or wrong, and you'll have Bruce Lee, who was the greatest martial artist of all time, to keep everybody's ass in check, because none of them could probably beat him. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's add in Geronimo, and let's add in Hiawatha. Let's add in everybody from historical, and let's just make one big ass historical park, and then everybody can visit the park. You can have it separate but equal, and you can be racist in there if you want. And everybody can go and fight and kill each other, and then we'll just clean up the bodies and put the park back together and start all over again. You know, the vicious cycle of hate never ends, right? And the only thing this whole damn debate is gonna do is start a fucking vicious cycle of hate. You guys want to hate each other, and we're all living in the same state. We all bleed the same color, and we should all be willing to die for our country and not kill each other when we have people known as ISIS trying to kill us. Yet, we got nothing better to do than fight over a statue over a racist president who was also a veteran. So, in close, I'm going to salute you guys, and I hope you guys all find a peaceful way to manifest this thing and get it over with, because I'm going to bed. And hopefully you guys are all sleep better tonight knowing that you guys got to fighting over a piece of ceramic. Alright? My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit 2. If I have offended you guys who are black and who are white, who are Democrat, who are Republican, who are racist, who are not racist, who support the Confederacy, who does not support the Confederacy, if you wear the red, white, and blue flag like me, or if you wear the General Lee flag, the Confederate flag, like me sometimes when I'm having a Dukes of Hazzard moment, then you know what? All y'all need to grow the fuck up. Simple as that. Just grow the fuck up. If there was a Native American flag, I would rock that because I feel more Native American than anything else. This is when I have that problem of being part black or part white because y'all all make us mixed kids feel stupid. And we shouldn't have to feel stupid because of who we come from. But you guys aren't helping the situation with these little debates. Let's all join hands and remember that we all bleed red and try to fight fucking ISIS instead of fighting each other. There's already been one damn civil war. We don't need another one over a damn statue. I love you guys who support me, and if you don't support me, there you go. And if you're gonna send me bad remarks, I just gave you the finger one more time. Let me crank up the music and the volume. So that's me saying F you without cussing you out. And then fuck it. You know, you guys are gonna leave me bad things. Hey, I don't give a fuck. If you're local and you want to fight about a statue, okay. How about you put that energy into trying to find us engineers to help build things? How about y'all put that energy into something where we can all do something constructively together and find a peaceful way of getting the fuck along that doesn't involve us being racist or bigots or assholes or hypocritical things that we need to get past. Alright? There's plenty of things that we can do in the state of Virginia and in the city of Charlottesville that doesn't involve us being racist or assholes. I'm an asshole, but I'm not a racist. I might be a hypocrite, but I'm not a racist. I can't be a racist. Why? Because I am Native American, Cherokee Indian, I am black, and I am white. And the thing is, when all of you guys realize that we all bleed red and that we need to come together as one people and find a compromising solution to fucking problems that have been problems throughout history that we can fix now without like disfiguring historical parks and shit, then you guys get back with me. But for everybody else who wants to be a dick and just put bad things on here, hey, knock yourself out. I'm going to read it, but I'm going to be a man. I'm not going to send you a negative playback because there's no need for me to feed into that unless like you like probably give me like a half-breed insult or call me chief or some shit that really pisses me off. But other than that, hell, I might not even do that because I'm going to prove that I'm the person and just walk away. So, my name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc 2. Good night. And again, to my younger sister, my favorite sister, love you. Happy birthday.